Delta Goodrem has achieved 4 #1 albums, 9 #1 singles and 12 ARIA awards.
Today, she's back in the charts with her brand new album and her first ever book.
Delta Goodrem joins us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us with your very sparkly boots.
Breakfast TV boots. Now,
I love it.
They are outstanding.
Thank you.
I'm feeling a little bit underdone, but this is an exciting day for you.
It is. The album is out. You know, you work so hard. You pour your heart and soul into a record. You spend hours upon hours just tipping away at the music, hoping that every tiny little sound you hear comes to life. And it's like a big relief, but also something to go, well, the album's now everybody else, a part of everyone else's life now, not just something I'm holding on to. So I'm very, very excited about today.
Yeah.
Delta, each of your albums really special. This one feels quite personal. That there's been a bit of a deliberate push to maybe reveal more of yourself in this album.
For sure. I thought it was a really nice time after all these years sharing my life with everybody that I could go a bit deeper and get a little bit more transparent and share more stories that I hadn't shared before. And that sort of connection between writing the book and the record, to be able to go deeper, and I basically took a holistic approach of every album's authentic to the chapter that I'm in, but this one I had a real reset, as I've shared, and I went back to the beginning and started from the very start.
Yeah, right to the beginning.
Right to the beginning.
Because one of these songs, Crash. Tell us about this. Your mum had an accident while you were pregnant.
For sure. You know, I love the fact that I had to speak to my beautiful mum and dad, obviously, before writing this song. But in taking that moment where I basically, you know, sat there and thought, well, I was actually born from a car crash. I shared with wonderful 2 kindreds in my life where we kind of said, let's go back to the start. How did we get here? And I said, well, actually, I'm a premature baby. I'm a couple of months preemie, and my mum had a very dramatic. I've been in trouble for my mum since day one. And I was born from a car crash in the sense that mum had a car crash while she was pregnant with me.
Wow.
And then that brought on coming into the world. And I loved writing the lyrics to this, making it a very hopeful lyric, saying I've got faith in the front seat and hope by my side, asking for the angels, they listen to us cry. From that day, it made me a fighter all my life. I got faith in the front seat and hope by my side. And I think the message of that song of, you know, trying to tell a story that I didn't think was mine to tell, because it's obviously I don't remember it, but my parents do. And my dad bought my mum a piano as a getting through that.
Photo, I've seen a photo of that piano. There it is there.
Yeah.
This is so magnificent, and it actually, I mean, that really, in many ways, might have set off your wonderful music career.
It's funny because for two people that profess not to be like musical, they named me after a song, Delta Lady, and they bought a piano when I was born. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There's some secret. I'm not getting the full story. Next album I'll have a new story about my mum and dad. You know?
Thank goodness that baby piano was purchased.
I know.
As all we and the legions of fans can say.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Well, it's a big extension of my life, that relationship with the piano.
They sowed the seed, didn't they? Now, there's another song called Dear Elton, obviously about
the piano.
Yeah.
It's about, obviously, of course, being inspired by the wonderful Sir Elton John, and that the conversation in the song is about sort of speaking to music, speaking to the piano and the love of that, but also Elton John was one of the first artists to ever reach out to me when I was young, and I share in the book a story about the fact that on my very first day of having chemotherapy, you know, I was sitting in this big leather chair, my dad's chair, after sort of getting the first chemo. And my mum walks down and goes, Sir Elton is on the phone, he'd like to speak to you. And that impressionable moment of being there in a time like that and saying on behalf of Britain they were thinking of me. And you know, I share all these stories in the book. And
you've been through the ringer. You've had so much happen to you and come out so well.
We've all got our stories, and this album was about owning mine for the first time and kind of saying, I own these stories. This is a part of me.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone's got their story to tell, and I'm grateful that I'm here, healthy, excited to sing and have new music.
You get more of a backstory to your wonderful music this time around, because you've written a book which is just excellent and gives people a bit of an insight into, you know, the story behind the songs.
And you know, the thing was, it was about the fact that I always loved the CD booklet. Like, as a musician, I loved reading all the who wrote
CD
it, what's
booklet.
the lyric.
My goodness, the thing of the past.
Well, Well, you say that, but this book is like, it goes with the album. It's like they're one and the same, because I love that. As a musician, I love all the different behind-the-scenes photos, going into hopefully takeaways on the record, and just kind of sharing shared experiences, so to connect with people at a new level.
People love you. All your albums.
I love people.
Have you been? No, they love you more. All your albums have been huge hits. What would you say to that young 17-year-old when you're starting out?
Oh, it's a ride. It's a journey. I'd probably try to relax myself earlier, because when you first start, that sort of nerves it gets even more fun. You stay true to yourself and listen to your instincts and follow your gut and your heart.
Well said. Well, Delta, you're going to stick around and perform for us, we hope.
Yes.
We're looking forward to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.